Alright, guys. It's Q versus Hero for our final spot here in Group C of PiGFest 7. It's been a fantastic tournament so far. We've really only been actually streaming the tournament for 3 days, and we've already raised the prize pool very high. Somebody is lagging. Q is so still. Alright, Pommy's going to leave the game, making sure he doesn't hold things up. No worries. Thank you, Pommy, for leaving the game there. Bit of lag. At least it was at the start of the game. Of course, Pommy is welcome to do that at the start here. Once again, Jam Joom comes into the game and says predictions. We've had predictions open for 20 minutes before the game started while doing... you missed it. Sorry, mate. Anyway, guys, thank you for the $50. Vartija, $50 towards the prize pool, guys. We are at, I believe, $8,700 prize pool. And we've got well over... what have we got? We've got like 10 more days, essentially. 1st of March is the final day of the tournament. It's the 21st of Feb today as I'm casting this, and that is all of my donations on my stream are going 100% towards the prize pool. I am matching every donation by covering fees. And yeah, just really doing what we can to help StarCraft 2 and the pro players have good reasons and motivations to continue playing and competing at the top level when silly big institutional organizations think real-time strategy isn't important to have at world championships and esports world cups and those sorts of things, which... you know, it's a shame, and I can understand why decisions are made and that sort of stuff, but it does, to me, lower the seriousness of a lot of those events. And on the other hand, I really like the fact that the community is just so epic. There are so many tournaments popping up all around the world, hosted by all sorts of streamers, commentators, different community organizers and groups. I mean, we're talking Bulgaria, Poland, Canada, North America with Cheeseadelphia. We've got Korea with Tasteless doing his thing. Wardy runs 400,000 global online tournaments every single year, like month. It is actually wild. And we're trying to run our PigFest as well as the weekly Pigasaur Cup as well. And you guys are what allow it to happen. So just once again, another heartfelt thanks for allowing this to happen. Maestros in France is epic. Obviously, Take TV in Germany is basically our world championship right now, if you ask me. And that it has such a history and it's such an epic event. Marines coming forward. Command center goes up. 3cc build order, but Hero scouted it immediately, guys. This is going to be hard to defend. He's mixing a Reaper in. Is that a misclick, guys? Or does he actually want a Reaper here to try and bounce these units, maybe? Has a bit more tanking firepower as well. The probe's going to try and harass from the back door. Hero's so annoying. Okay. The Hero is so annoying. The Reaper, for some reason, goes over to the ledge. I think he's going to send it across to Scout. He's so annoying. He's going to get a kill, isn't he? He's distracting at the front. The Adepts are about to get a second Marine kill. The probe just killed the SCV. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. What is that probe's name? Oh, my lord. That probe deserves to be named, guys. I mean, he's got to have a title as well. Like, his name is Vlad the Impaler or something like that. Oracle's going to come down. Reaper will get 2 probes, but the Oracle's going to clean it up. At least he knows there's an Oracle coming, but how's he going to defend it with a 3cc build? The Adept, the probe lured the SCVs over here, got a few hits on them. Marine count's been taking damage. As long as the Adepts keep the Marines busy, the Oracle's going to be nearly impossible to deal with. And you know what? It's Hero, so he's just going to dive. 3 Adepts and an Oracle are about to dive on top of Q's Marines. I don't know how you deal with this, man. This is such an insane opening. This is obviously Hero's map pick, and it is, I think, the best map for him in this best of 5. But too many Terrans play 3 command center into 3 barracks on this map. Maru played it and actually beat Clem with it, but that was only because Clem overcommitted with a blink into Stim Marauders and kind of threw his army away. Clem was doing really well before that point, but we also saw... I think Max Pax played this against Cure on this map and barely managed to break this same build order. It's always a real nail-biting one, but the Oracles... Oh, the Oracles are just going to tank it and just go in there. All the Marines get disappeared. A few Marines are popping out at the time. 4 Marines. So maybe he'll get enough anti-air. The Oracle doesn't have that much energy. I think the SCVs should just run away, let the Oracle run out. It's got 5 energy. Gets 1. Almost gets another. Only 2 SCVs go down. He's on 39 against 39. There is a 3rd Oracle arriving, though. And without any turrets, I think these Oracles... Oh, there's a turret in the back. No turret in the main. 3rd Nexus is up. Forge and Twilight's on the way. 3rd and 4th gas as well. It will be Charge Storm follow-up. 5 barracks before factory because he knows he just needs more units to secure. But no turret in the main does get punished pretty hard here as 5 SCVs go down. Make it 6. And the Marines does fall as well. Oracle will go south and grabs a 7th SCV on the way out. Really hard to deal with this sort of just mobility He's going to build a turret in the main so he can focus all of his Marines on the front. +1 armor. Oh, Hero, one of the few Protoss players who understands the power of armor against Marines, man. Armor Zealots, oh. Especially if you get ahead of the upgrades by spamming Chrono on this and you get +2, whereas he's not going to get +2 for a long time because the Armory gates that upgrade. It can be so good. +2 armor and then go +1 attack maybe. He might just go 1-1 first. Oracles. Look at all those damaged SCVs, guys. Juicy targets for the Oracle to target those. Templar Archives and 6 gas on the way. Hero has a free path for now. Oracle's looking for anything. Looking for any lone Marines coming out. And he's going to build a gateway on the front as well. I love forward gateways, especially when you've skipped a Robo. You don't have a Warp Prism. Rainer in the chat says, finally some Oracles are getting this matchup. They are really good. Dude, tell your old, weren't you and Skillis were living together, right? I think your old housemate Skillis, I remember having a debate with him about this. He's like, they're trash, they never work. And I was like, they always work. You just need to use them sparingly. Mix them in once in a while. You know? If you did it every game, I don't think it's a do every game build. I think Oracle's every game is pretty trash. You told him they were good as well? Yeah, you're on team Big Brain, man. Silly Skillis. To be fair, I don't know if I've had a single European Protoss player agree with me on the Oracle being a good unit in this matchup. 2 Archons, 10 Zealots are coming out. The bio does not have Medivacs. So all you need to do is bait stims as Hero, and this army cannot heal. This is a disaster for Cure. He does find a Nexus trying to be taken. He's scared. He's like, where's your army? Oh, no. Well, that's one way to find out. Holy moly. Oh, my gosh. He gift wraps his army to Hero, who is, of course, not even playing Stormman. It's just pure Zealot Archon, Oracle Zealot chasing him down. I mean, that is a mauling. To be fair, Hero did crazy damage early on. Maybe if Q had turtled up, it would have been okay, but he had very little information, whereas Hero saw everything with the triple Oracle. He knew exactly what he was up against. And you can see that bio doesn't have any Medivacs. The starport has finished along with the factory on the reactor. So that is just a mauling of an opening. To be fair, though, this was Hero's map pick. We do not expect Q to be favored against Hero on Hero's map pick. The start of the series, both players will pick their best maps, but it is important that Q wins the next one. Beautiful opening in game 1 for Hero. Q now going to 10,000 feet, a map which Terran foot enthusiasts around the world are big fans of. I do think 10,000 is too many, honestly, no matter what your predilections are, but to each his own. Team Liquid sponsoring degenerates everywhere. Top left side for T1, it's Hero. I do love his opening in game 1. I think Q is a bit predictable with that build. Him and Maru are kind of bringing that out every time they play Enclave. And it's a good build order, but maybe not as good of a build order when it's predictable. Do you guys think if he just adds a bunker, he's fine? It's really hard to afford a bunker. You might be wondering, why didn't he just build a bunker? So with that build, Q has gone 1 Rax, command center, into a very fast 3rd command center, and then 3 barracks. Anything that delays those barracks coming down just makes it even longer until you have Stim and a good fighting army that can deal with stalkers blinking in and that sort of stuff. So by default, you want to skip the bunker and just defend with that high ground on the natural. But Hero just did such a good job of microing his depths in and out, using the shades to spot the high ground. That was very good. I have a petition to rename this map to 15 furlongs. Oh, really? Is 15 furlongs equal to 10,000 feet? Well, which version of the feet are you using? Are they like large man feet or small petite? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. Is that an actual thing? I have no idea. Does anyone know how far a furlong is? I love old units of measurements, you know? You're like, oh, just 6 farthings east of here. There's a rather miserly merchant, and you can buy products you need off him. Chrono boosts in the main. Solid opening here for Hero. Scout sees a 1 Rax expand. We see a bit more of a slower start. Let's see how Hero tries to take advantage of this. I wouldn't be surprised to just see a blink build order, something a bit more standard. His second pylon was like 2-3 seconds late there. Did delay the Adept. And Kua is going 1 Marine. No Reaper into Reactor Factory. So with this build, normally you'd build a bunker on the natural. Well, no, not necessarily, because you can actually just defend with Marines and Hellions. And this command center should be able to finish, and then you bring the SCV to the high ground for safety before the Adept can arrive. And it's Adept sentry, so Hero's just going to scout, check there's no all-in afterwards. So a furlong is 1/8 of a mile, which is 660 feet. 220 yards, 40 rods or perches, 10 chains, or approximately 201 meters. I have so many questions about rods and perches right now, guys. You're not answering mysteries. You're just making me have more questions. The hell is a rod or a perch? Anyways, can you interrupt the command center with an Adept? If you go gate on the low ground and you don't delay your pylon by 3 seconds like Hero did, chrono boosted across, you can often delay it. But with this build order Kua did, where you don't build a Reaper, you actually often cancel the Marine, so you can start the command center 50 minerals earlier. And that means it finishes earlier, and it's harder for them to get an Adept there to delay it. A rod equals 6 inches, Pig? Well, we have surveyed my chat before, guys, and it turns out everybody's 6 inches. Yeah, a lot of people are like 3 or 4 inches. Other guys say 11 inches is also 6 inches, but everyone is also 6 inches. I've found 6 inches seems to be a very nebulous term when you survey what actual distance 6 inches is. People seem to have very different definitions. It's very confusing. I'm not sure why there's this controversy. Nexus in the top right. I think it's aspirational 6 inches sometimes. Cyclone's a marine drop moving out. Phoenix will come in, barely misses the drop. Does see the 3 barracks down relatively early. This could definitely turn into a very aggressive build. Hero has 3 Stalkers, a Sentry, and an Adept. He cancels. What was that, guys, that he was building? Was that a Robo? Oh, because he knows there's no Banshee, so he cancels his Robo, and he's just going to go straight Storm Charge off Blink. Okay. Hero trying to cut corners here, man. Cyclone 4 Marines moves to the right. Hero moving out very ambitiously. Because 2 Stalkers are good enough in that main base. 1 Marine gets dropped here for Cure. Sacrifice. Oh, look at that. Nice break on the vision there. The Adept Shade will actually escape this Cyclone. This Marine comes in, tries to get a probe. But he does confirm this was a pretty quick third base. 2 gate blink into third. Charge and Templar Archives on the way. Cure doesn't know too much about what's going on. He saw an extra gateway, but that's all. We know now it's 3 gates going on 5. Forge will be delayed with this build. Good tank ambush, but his units are a little bit far back. Hero could have maybe got a tank. Would have cost him a lot of Stalkers, though. Q's going to shove. Oh, wow. Ballsy. Of course, Hero's going to go straight for the main. You move out. You know Hero's going to climb in your back door. Tank is here pretty quickly. I kind of wish he just fought with the tank in tank mode. Takes a while to siege up, and that does let Hero escape with minimal damage. The depot does survive, though, as long as he repairs that. It is on fire. Recall goes down. Drops 2 Marines in the main, and he's going to be able to kill 1 probe if he targets it. No, hidden the gas. Feels like units lost time's going good for Hero, and he's up 14 workers. Forge now starts pre-6 minutes. With this build order, that's a good Forge time. He's also... Guys, is he once again not making Storm? Is he just going to go Zealot Arc on again? I think he feels like Q is going to shove early. And Arc on Zealot is perfect against that. Oh, big brain. He breaks the rocks. Does Hero notice that? Oh, he does. He notices it. Okay, he barely sees this in time. Stalker blinks away. And Q actually backs off. And you know what? Just threatening here is massive. It's bought him so much time. Good Stalker scouting for Hero, though. He confirms what's happened. And the real push could still come, but it's going to move out like in 10 seconds, basically. I mean, Hero has a good economy. He's fine with this. +1, Storm. He's going to go take a 4th Nexus. Stalker runs into the tanks and gets blasted. Hero is the second last Protoss hope in this tournament, guys. Raynor cheesed him out of the upper bracket match. He'll have to go to the loser's bracket if he wins this. Showtime will be the last remaining Protoss if he goes down here. In Group D tomorrow. A very competitive group. Serral, Bian, Showtime, and young Yakov, who's had some banger performances recently. Could easily upset Showtime there. Young Yakov. Might be able to take at least a few maps. Maybe take a best of 3 off Bian as well. Best of 5 will be tough for him, as we'll be beating Cheryl. Second Forge goes down, and who builds a Stargate now at 7.5 minutes? Look at his face, guys. Look at his face, pretending he's playing serious. He's like, we need a Stargate. I'm like, why? And he's like, I might want to build a random Phoenix. He's actually making air weapons. What is this for? Guys, can anyone explain? Is he actually going to go like Tempests already? Is he just going to play Zealot Stalker into early Tempests? Oh, he might actually just rush Tempest because all the Terrans are turtling to late game. So he's just going to rush to Storm Tempest. That's sick. Big Storm engage on the bio. He does eat a lot of his own Storm damage on that right side, but the tanks are going down. Storm all over the bio. I don't know if there's enough bio to hold this. There's 8 Marines on the other side of the map. They aren't there to defend. At least Kua hangs onto his SCV count for now, but this is already a very scary push. Luckily for Kua, there's no forward warp-in point. Otherwise, he'd get overwhelmed right now. Kua's trying to build a 4th command center. He wants to total this out to late game. But yeah, if you go 2nd Stargate Fleet Beacon right now, honestly, I think it's so hard because then he can just force you into the open, pick at you from far away. People are always so slow to go to Tempests. I've been saying for ages, if you're ahead in the game as Protoss, go Tempests, get Storm, and just Cannon Battery Siege them. And on this map, if you get Cannon Battery idea, you can deny this middle base and branch off to either attack the right or the left. I don't think he'll even bother with that. Honestly, he's doing so well with the Zealot Archon. He also could recall in the main base as well. Zealot's going to pull away. Oh, here we go. Widowmine's getting some good shots off the bio. He's pulling away right now. The Zealot Archon Stalker. Got to be careful about overextending. A 2nd Stargate does go in. Yeah, I think he's going to go to the Tempest now. He's on 8 gas, 80 probes. Probably take this right side base and then just start sieging. And this base is so open to Tempest siege. 4th base is floating out. Hewitt has got a 2nd starport just now beginning. 3 more barracks. His +2 has started, but he didn't have the money to start +2 armor before, and Hero is not leaving him alone. High Templar does at least get focused, but so hard to hang on here as Kua. Carriers? What? I mean, okay, yeah, that also is, I mean, that can work as well. I don't know if it really makes nearly as much sense as going for Tempest, but I mean, he's going to have early +2. I'm usually a fan of, if you're far enough ahead, going like, wait till you have +2 with +3 started, have like 5 Stargates ready, and then after a big fight, remax on carriers. 2 at a time, it's still going to complicate things, make it hard for Kua. But I think like if you're playing against Maru as Hero, this is how you throw the game. And I stand on that. I know I make strong predictions all the time. Sometimes I'm wrong. A lot of the times I'm wrong. A lot of the times I'm right. I think this is the sort of like half-baked transition where you're going to go in there. I mean, there's not many Vikings. There's 4 building at a time. Has Kua scanned this? I think he's just like, well, it's going to be Colossus usually in the late game, so he's probably just blindly preparing for Colossus. And that also prepares you for carriers. The Robo is finally being built here, guys. More carriers getting chrono boosted. Units lost tab 2,000 in favor of Kua. Kua is not Maru. He's a very good late game player, but he's not the greatest late game player of all time like Maru is. I think, you know, if Hero was a player who actually got tilted like a normal person did, he would have nightmares about DreamHack Dallas. Was it the quarters or the semifinals, guys, at DreamHack Dallas last year or the year before? I think it was 2 years ago. 2024, I believe. He was miles ahead in Game 5 on, I think it was like Tokamak or something? One of these maps. And he decided it was a good idea to go carriers from like up 50 supply. And he let Maru max out on like +3 Vikings and take one of the most one-sided late game engagements anyone's ever seen. Nice EMPs here for Kua. Catches the army out here. He's going to clear this position. Where's the rest of his army? I guess it's 4 carriers, a mothership, and a handful of ground units. This is a very confused army right now for Hero. He's going to come forward with the carriers. They have good upgrades, but Kua's already into triple starport. 6 Vikings at a time. Oh, he doesn't have any armory upgrades for them, though. His ship weapons is on the way, but he's going to be behind on those upgrades. Bio counterattack on the left. F2ing his army left and right. Hero, this is one of your sillier transitions. I still believe you can win this game, mate. But I think part of what's been the secret of Hero winning so many tournaments recently, best form of his life potentially, has been he's not been throwing as many games. And he's been ahead in this map for a while. but he is doing a bit of a silly transition. This is a nice cleanup. Oh, that's pretty delicious. Cure loses 20 supply there. I'm going to try and take a 5th in the bottom left. Defending that, maybe a conundrum. Now, the trick for Cure is he needs to engage forward. Why? Because he's got to EMP the High Templar, so he can't storm you deep in your base, because otherwise you just get pushed back and zoned out. And he needs to bait Time Warp out, where he still has space to retreat. Problem with Libs is they kind of just sit there. So you want to fight with your Bio and your Ghosts and your Vikings in front of the Libs to bait out the spells early and have room to start a step back. 2 more Robos in a Robo base, thinking about a Disruptor swap. Hero's not really committing to one perfect style. That's not how he plays StarCraft. He wants to kind of try something, see if it sticks, try something else. Oh, man. Oh, my lord. Terrible fight here for Hero. Hero is one of the worst carrier users out of all the top Protoss players, guys. He does land a nice storm on those Vikings, but that was a disastrous engagement. He's trying to storm plus blink into the main base. I mentioned, there's a reason. I was traumatized watching the way Hero threw that 80 supply lead against Maru in Dallas a few years ago. He went over to shake Maru's hand, and he said, oh, I think I might have thrown that game. Was I really ahead? And Maru laughed and was like, dude, I was completely dead. I don't think carriers were the right tech switch there, I believe were Maru's words after that game. Smix asked him about it. Big recall into the main base. Carriers will be able to overwhelm the turrets. Let's see if the recall works. It's all about the storms. Can he get the Vikings with the storms? Massive! Massive storm of the Vikings! The Libs are going to siege up. Those Vikings have not been repaired, but there's just not many units here. I think Q is totally fine, guys. He doesn't have mass orbital. He's only at 5 orbitals, so it's not like Q is crazy rich. He does have to be a little careful. Good EMP, though. And he does keep most of his Vikings alive. We'll check how many Vikings have died this game. Okay, so it's 14 Vikings have gone down, which is not terrible. 5,000 resource loss advantage, but Hero's not that rich. He's only now taking base number 6. He hasn't transferred out of his main yet. His 3rd is still a bit over mining. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Hero is just... His choice to go carriers against Terran baffles me every time he does it. Like I said, if you were really committing to the ground army, and then he's just on Bio, Libs, Ghosts, and then suddenly you build 2 rounds of 5 carriers at a time. You're at 10 carriers, and then you just go get him, and he doesn't see it coming. Sure, that's great, but hide all your Stargates up here, or here, somewhere where he's not going to know about them, because he can easily scan your main. And do it as a surprise. Don't just randomly make 5 carriers and then lose them to Vikings. Attacking on their own on a ledge. But they do call Hero the hype man for a reason, guys. He never takes the easy path to victory. When he's behind, he's the best at making comebacks. And when he's ahead, he's one of the better top players at throwing the game away. He plays a high-risk, zero safety style. High Templar carriers coming in. He's going to focus that command center down. Nice snipe there. No cancel for Cure. Cure's planetary is a bit exposed, but he gets the EMP on the first High Templar. It's that back High Templar that could do a very powerful storm. But all it really does is buy a few seconds. You gotta get out of here. Hero, you have no storm. The Zealots on the right are doing really good damage. Oh, he's got 4 more High Templar. Never mind. He does have more storm. He can hang out here. Planetary does survive, but on this right side, Q is multitasking, really struggling. He's on almost pure air. He can't deal with the Zealot run by. His ground army's too small. Q is maxed with no ground army. He's got a pack of Marine Marauder Ghost here, but he's got almost nothing else. Cure is losing this game to getting distracted on the left and Zealots running on the right. That is really unfortunate. The amount of damage they're doing is massive. Finally, new units pop out at the rally, and he will clean it up. 13 SCVs and a lot of buildings going down. Libs here trying to zone out the High Templar. Mid-range being upgraded right now. Only +1 ship weapons, whereas it's going to be 3-1. Hero might just win this off of upgrades and map control. Because the carriers at 3-1 can fight the Vikings head-to-head. The Vikings have not been fully repairing in between fights. He's got to defend this base. Where's the repair? He didn't repair the base. I mean, it died so quickly anyway. Scan does go down. The Vikings do take out 1 carrier. Second one barely survives. Few of the Vikings get shot down, but that's a good snipe, man. And remember, there's no mass command center. Cure was behind in this game. Watch out. Mid sieging. Couple of EMPs landing. If you can EMP the carriers as well, they have 150 shields. Mothership has 350 shields. You can EMP her 4 times and still be getting value out of it. I like that he's venturing forwards. I think this army's very weak, especially with Hero's inability to use control groups the way a normal player does. If you can sneak a Ghost forward when he doesn't expect you to be there, Those ghosts, you know, EMP or 2 on those High Templar. And if you can get rid of the High Templar Storm, you can just A, move on the ground with Stim, and just focus fire the carriers with the Vikings. You'll pick him apart. He's going to build Cannon Battery, but it's in a very defensive stance. Remember what I was saying? You've got to build the Cannon Battery here, and then you can deny all these bases really easily with Tempest. And if he just holds this middle position, this base gets denied on mining, which is in of itself massive damage. Cloak Ghost comes in from behind. He doesn't seem to have any observers watching that. There's one further south. Great EMP to start the fight. Nice ambush there for Cure. The Viking Bio comes forward, but the Time Warp, will it hold him back? No, he's just going to chase directly through the Time Warp. Oh, maybe I think it was a big mistake going through the Time Warp, but still killing a lot of the Protoss units. Does he have any units on the ground? Very few Ghosts and Bio left. That Archon finally goes down. He's going to need another scan here. I think he can smash these carriers. Remember, the carriers have not fully launched their interceptors. Does he not have scans? Got a scan on it, but he's backing off right now, is Cure. I think Cure has to just fight this army, but the High Templar spread is good. Heroes bullying Cure out of this game. The Ghosts come forward. There's an observer that time. Can't get the snipes off. If he loses this command center, Cure's out of this game, but he's getting bullied back. Hero controls the space, and he can use that to kill the command center. He should have launched interceptors there. If he can launch interceptors before the fight starts, the carriers will be massively favored. It's 3-1 against just +1 in the air battle. The upgrades are out of control. Cure is on his last legs. Hero may have taken the most roundabout path to victory, but I think he's getting very close to that win condition. Cure has a massive army, but he needs an excellent engagement. He needs to stomp Hero right here. An even trade won't cut it. Lands a decent first couple of EMPs. Comes in with a big spready. I don't think Time Warp's ready. It is. Time Warp goes down. Mama's going to die, though. Watch out for the Storms. Storm and Time Warp is an absolutely delectable combo for the Protoss, and a painful one for the Terran. He's going to have to maybe pull back and repair. Does go forward, gets himself an Oracle, takes out a Tempest. Get a few carriers starting to go down. The Bio comes forward. The EPs are good. I'm surprised no more Storms came in there. But the Bio gets rinsed by the Colossus. And even though the Vikings are doing good damage against the air, he's not going to be able to deal with this 14-gate Zealot Stalker Remax. And I think that's going to be it for Curie. Baits him a bit far out. Whittles him down. And the Remax of ground unit's going to do well. Zealots on the left going to deny some of the mining there. Q is still up in army supply. Hero's bank is very low. Q doesn't have enough mining, and now he's counterattacking the cannon battery. But wait, I don't think you should fight like this, Hero. Hero kind of needs to fight with the cannons. Doesn't land the Sly Storm. His Zealot Stalker runs out front. His supply is so much better. His income is so much better. He's building Colossus. He's building a mothership. He's got Tempest sieging. Surely this is a winning position for Hero. And yet Hero, he's found a way to make me doubt him. Even when he's playing amazing StarCraft, I do sometimes doubt him. But I think now he's building 5 Archons. Yeah. There's probably not enough EMPs to clear that many Archons. A couple of SCVs have been pulled over there. He's dropping some more mules. I think Kiwa's got to pull back. And Hero, Tempest, ooh, goes a bit far forward. He's going to lose 2 Tempests here. Bio doing okay against the Archons. The Medivacs are starting to fall though. Ooh, he loses like 3 or 4 Medivacs. It's going to be very limited healing. Probe pull. He's transferring probes to this base in the middle of the fight. Colossus arrive, and those Colossus spell doom and disaster for the Terran. He scans, he's like, wait, you never took the right side. Remember, this is not good for Protoss late game because you don't have as many bases to mine from. This is a really good Terran map for late game because the Protoss doesn't have a billion bases to mine from. Hero got a lead, and he's run with it. Command center will go down. The Vikings are going to take like 5 volleys to kill 1 carrier. That hurts. Q should try to take this base. Yeah, he's taking this base now. He does have still just not that many SCVs. Kiro up 3 arrows. That means he's mining over 1,000 minerals a minute, more than Cure. Oh yeah, okay, no, there's no way, man. It's not the prettiest army for Hero, but Archon, Tempest, a few Colossus. It's fine. It'll do the job. A few High Templar and endless Zealot reinforcements. The orbitals go down. He will let some of these SCVs escape. Hero bullying Cure back to the Stone Age here. He's got a pack of ghosts in a dream. 125 hit point ghosts are pretty impressive. But that's a whole lot of Brotoss. That's a whole lot of Brotoss. My name's Foxy Hero, and I'm a whole lot of Protoss. Indeed. Archons are going to come forward. The High Templar are a little clumsy. Still got to be careful, but the Tempests are just picking at him, man. Pig, if you take a shot every time you say guys, then you would be drunk very quickly. It's true. But guys, is Cure gonna come back? He's clumped his High Templar. Oh my god, the Protoss threw the game! I'm kidding, guys. Even with a good little engage there, the moment the Colossus beams land, those ghosts get eviscerated. And look at that. Nice little last fight for Cure. He kills the mothership, and then he taps out. Hero up 2-0. All right, guys. Liquid Cure in the top left, Hero in the bottom right side of the map. It's a PvT. And it's one where Hero is running away with the series. I really liked that robo cancel. Just get the Zealot Archon, kind of jump on top of him, keep him off the map. And it really just, it feels like Hero's very good at just being heavy on Zealot Archon sometimes and either crushing an attack from Terran or scaring them off committing to it in the first place. And then he's so quick. It's not just that he like sometimes players who aren't as fluid as Hero, they make Zealot Archon and then they sit there on like 55, 60 probes for way too long. But Hero very quickly got wind of the fact that Cure wasn't committing to his push, added more gases, added more probes, built a fourth base, got 2 forges up, and just added Storm and started to run away with that. I really want Cure to win here, guys. It's a tough match for him. Hero usually has his number, but there are times where Cure gets him, and especially, I think maybe an SCV pool might be the best option. You kind of need to just get a win here. You kind of got to just commit to something. I think playing a slow, reactive game, probably not your best choice, and I think Q is okay at late game, but I really do not get the same sense of invulnerability in the late game from him that I get from some other Terrans. I think Beyond's actually got better late game TVP turtle play than Cure right now, which is not a statement I thought I'd be saying a year ago. I don't know why. Beyond seems just a little bit better when it goes to that turtley stage at locking things down. But I think Q has really shown consistent problems with defending Zealot run-bys and Warp Prisms. Like, remember in that last game, he was doing really well, and then like 15 Zealots ran in his natural and just kind of ruined his entire rhythm, did a ton of damage. And that happens kind of regularly with Cure, whereas Beyond's quite good at shutting down those Zealot multi-prongs. Reaper's going to come in, but do you really want to stay this late? If you stay too deep, the Stalker's going to trap you. It's a dead Reaper, man. Unless he gets a sick grenade. Combat drugs were just about to kick in, but Stalker finishes him off. Only one probe, no actual scout or what's going on, but I think you can usually assume it's a Twilight Council if you see a Stalker first. Oh, Concussive Marauder. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a good build. I think Cure probably does this as an all-in, guys. I think he's probably just gonna go. He might go factory and try to go medevacs off this, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes 7 barracks, no medevac, and just full SCV pull, stim shields, Marauder Marine, just all in, pure barracks, no healing, as all in as it gets. Every stim is irrecoverable hit points, and you're just trying to overwhelm with raw numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he does. Oh, he's gone double reactor. Never mind. No, he's going to go heavy marine. Still can hit a very sharp push off of this, but really focusing on the heavy marine to start. Yeah, cool. I mean, you could still do it off that. I just normally expect it to be a bit more Marauder heavy. Hallucination comes forward. Second gateway is there. Blink's on the way. Hero's going to move out for a quick third. Can be hard to defend that. Marines rallying to the middle of the map. Let's go to Hero's camera, guys. Watching his face right now. Takes a third gas. Sees some Marine Marauder on the map. He goes hunting for it. A few more Marines there as well. He's just going to make Stalkers. He's sitting in a tight location. Okay. So recently, there's been a little metagame with these early Marauder builds where what they do is often Protoss will move across about now so that they get to your base right as Blink finishes, but then you'll catch them before Blink is done with like a couple of Stim Marauders out here, and you'll kill like 5 Stalkers just before Blink finishes, and then you just kill them. Or you've got a massive lead going into the mid-game. But he's been spotted, so he has to just hide in the corner for now. Hope Hero sends his Stalkers across the map, and then he can stim into the natural and kill a ton of probes. I do like this move for Cure, very sneaky, and he is indeed going for the factory and the starport. Reactor? Nice reactor. He'll swap those over. Hero's point of view is faster than I thought. Hero's his APM's not that high. He has a lot of redundant actions, but he moves his mouse lightning fast, and he kind of frantically does things. If you guys watch Maru, sometimes Maru looks like almost like he's half asleep while he's playing. Has the slowest scroll speed of any pro player at just 40%. Was it 40 or 20? I think he might use 20, 40. It's very low, and he plays very slow and calm. And there's a few other pros who kind of look like that, slow, calm, methodical. But Hero always looks like he's kind of having a heart attack when you watch his if you can see his mouse as well. Oh, here we go. Here's that stim I was talking about. He's going to go for the probes. Oh, the probes could try to run away from this. He actually fights with the probes. Force fields to trap the bio. Oh my gosh, that's such a sick hold. Does he lose 2 probes? 3. Is that it? He got 3 probes for 2 Marauders and 11 Marines. All right, guys, we've already given Clem 2 yellow cards. Our second receiver of yellow cards. Do you guys just see the Marauders walk through that crystal, by the way? What the heck? I'm giving Hero a yellow card. That was disgusting, that hold. For those who don't know, we have a aesthetics rule in this tournament where if you do something that's unconscionably like unfair to the other player, disgusting, you do get a yellow card. So if he gets another one, he will get sent off. You have to put down the mouse and keyboard for a minute. That's a good move, though. But can he defend? Is the big question. The SCVs and the Marines pull up the ramp. The third base gets ransacked. Hero's going to go for it. Problem is, how do you ever get down that ramp now that he's got force fields on the low ground? And all these depots and +1 are trapped there. This bio, it does good damage, but with no medevacs out with it, he's got to kind of try and run away and save some of these. SCVs going down the ramp. Ooh, bit of a dangerous choice there, but the medevacs can always save it. So depots going down. This bio, not going to be able to kill anything. Oh, so weak without the medevacs. The stutter step. Hero's in a good spot. Even though he loses all the workers on the third, he's going to rebuild those workers. He's got Storm coming in. Cure is going to need to pull off some proper wizard magic to make this work. Also, yes, guys, he did deny +1 weapons on the eBay. Absolutely brutal, that +1 being denied. Oh, man, Hero just all over it, isn't he? I think Raynor cheesing the heck out of him, woke him up a little bit, and he's chosen absolute violence in the final set of the group. Tank on the high ground, pulling back to the ramp. The gas gets repaired at the last second. Probably, yeah, he's repaired it, and he's shift-clicked to mine from it once they're done repairing it. Nice. Zealot Stalker Sentry Archon coming in. He's building a semi-wall to try and survive. This is so deadly, man. Hero wants that second spot into the playoffs. Marine Marauder trying to pull away. The storms are big. 80 supply for Cure, 135 for Hero. Hero's third base is back up and mining. He's thinking about building a fourth behind this, but he's also thinking about just straight up winning the game. And if you're on one base, 8.5 minutes into the game, things have not gone well. No upgrade advantage for Terran. Should have been looking at a +1 advantage right now. Poof. SCVs go to the natty. Look at that, man. He's so fluid. He just drops a robo behind it. It's so scary when you play a Protoss like Hero who can just swap between amazing macro and insane aggression so smoothly. I just really want to highlight for you guys how frustrating it is to play a series like this as Cure. Hero is such a problem for every Terran player out there. And Cure is experiencing... I mean, we've seen Clem. Even though Clem has a winning record against Hero, there are times where you see Clem just get wrecked by him and just look like he can't do anything. Shaking his head, frustrated, like, what are you meant to do against this guy? It's so hard to predict what he's going to do next. Hero is a force to be reckoned with. He's stopped at 69 probes, guys, for a second here, because that is the meme number, and Hero does love memes. Oh, no, don't lag now. Obviously, it's game over, guys. I don't think there's any need to resume from replay. Q knows it, Hero knows it. And Hero's just going to go for the win now. He will attack over the top. And that's going to be a GG. Tank finally gets focused. Q have fought pretty decent StarCraft here, but Hero just came out on an entirely different level. He chose violence, and he does get the second spot into the playoffs. GG, well played, Hero. Congrats. This was a really, really dominating final series. Did you Did you know what Cure was going to do before the series started? Or did you just figure it out as you went?
일단 축하해 주셔서 감사드리고 도욱이랑 했을 때는 그냥 좀 맞춰가자는 생각으로 했는데 빌드 싸움도 좀 제가 운이 좋게도 수월하게 이겨가지고 경기가 좀 그래도 수월하게 플레이되지 않았나 싶습니다.
Mostly on my matchup against Cure, I just tried to counter his builds. So I think I was lucky there. So yeah, I kind of just countered his build, and then I think that just went well.
Awesome. The previous series against, at the start was interesting. You looked really smooth against Nightmare, but then Raynor came out and played very different to the last time you played Raynor, and he played like a completely different player. Were you surprised by how cheesy Raynor was today?
일단 레이너 선수가 제 생각보다 더 극단적으로 플레이해가지고 좀 당황했던 것 같고 그래도 제가 정신만 차리면 막을 수 있었다고 생각하는데 대처 부분에서 좀 많이 아쉬웠던 것 같고 다음 라운드에서 이제 만날 수 있다면은 꼭 복수를 하고 싶습니다.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little caught off guard because didn't really expect his cheesy plays. So yeah, next time if I get to play Raynor again, then yeah, I'm definitely ready to counter that play style.
Awesome. Raynor said that he was trying to channel Dark and Shin and trying to think how those players would try to play against you. And did you feel like he did a good job impersonating Dark?
네, 그 냄새가 나긴 했어요, 사실. 그래서 레이너 선수가 이번 경기 준비하면서 자신의 색채를 내려놓고 그렇게 준비했던 게 주요했던 것 같습니다. 그리고 잘 소화했던 것 같습니다.
Yeah, I could definitely feel that because his play, he kind of let go his play style in this matchup. So yeah, I could definitely feel that. So I think kudos for him. Yeah. So overall, I think his preparation was really great.
Awesome. You're on a real hot streak right now. I really enjoyed all your games. Has anything changed? Are you just liking the current balance? Is there why are you so good in the recent weeks, winning tournaments in China and just performing so well right now? What's making you so confident?
저는 항상 뭐 밸런스는 사실 그냥 장난삼아 좀 징징대거나 이런 건 있는데 뭐 밸런스 패치에 대해서도 뭐 일정 개입도 아예 안 할 정도로 그냥 주어진 대로 최선을 다한다는 생각이어가지고 어떤 밸런스든 그냥 그 상황에 잘 적응할 수 있는 것 같고 지금도 충분히 잘 풀어나갈 수 있는 밸런스라고 생각합니다.
Yeah, definitely balance wise. Well, just I jokingly whine about the balance time to time, but that being said, I don't really care much because I don't have any I don't really say much about how the current balance is, how balance should be this and that. I just try to adapt the current situation as much as possible. So I think that kind of drives me to adapt to the current meta and current balance kind of stuff. So I think that leaves kind of leads to my performance as well.
Awesome. Back to the specific games. There was a game where you went carriers against Cure, and it got a little bit messy. Do you think that was the right decision, or did you regret going carriers a little bit when things got messy?
일단 상황 봤을 때 몰래 갈 수 있다고 생각하고 몰래 모일 수 있다고 생각해가지고 가긴 했는데 그래도 맞는 판단이었다고 생각하는 게 폭풍함보다는 나았던 것 같습니다.
Yeah, I think it was the best decision at the time because I at first actually I really thought that I could mass 5-6 carriers before he noticed, but well, apparently it wasn't. But still, I was confident that I could mass many carriers as much as possible. But also that I thought carriers was much better than Tempest. So yeah, I think it was the right decision at the time.
Awesome. We have a viewer question. The chat says, you still look like you're only 20 years old, and they want to know if you have any skincare advice.
이제 시청자 질문인데요. 김준호 선수가 이제 10년 전과 거의 뭐 똑같은 외모를 유지하고 계시는 것 같은데 혹시 뭐 스킨케어라든가 이런 거에 좀 비결이 있으신지.
어, 예전에는 사실 마스크팩을 많이 했었는데 요새는 다 귀찮아가지고 사실 그냥 기본 스킨 로션 바르고 세수만 하는 것 같고 그래서 좀 개인적으로 아쉬운 것 같아가지고 요새 좀 관리를 좀 하고 있습니다. 다시 마스크팩도 해주고 네, 잠도 많이 자려고 하는 것 같습니다.
와이프는 도와주시나요?
네,
우리
못
아내분께서
들었어요.
좀 도와주시나요, 그걸?
아,
아내분께서 좀
어,
도와주시.
딱히 그런 건 없는 것 같아요.
So, well, initially I used to do a lot of like skincare, like especially face mask kind of stuff, before then. But like, usually, nowadays, like like feel like kind of bothered to do that. So I was kind of let it go and just try to use like simple stuff. But now, I feel a little unsatisfied with myself, so I'm trying to get back to my regular skin routines like mask stuff.
Yeah.
And I also ask if whether his wife is helping him, but says like he said no.
Ah, I think, you know, like I've done a few face masks. Always Korean face mask brands are always the best. So I'm not surprised. I think Koreans have some of the best skincare out there. And I think we can all learn from taking care a little bit, keeping out of the sun, getting some good moisturizer on, and putting a mask on once in a while. Last question. You're now playing Solar in the lower bracket of the playoffs. We know who your opponent is already. Do you have any words for Solar, and how do you feel about that match?
일단 잘해가지고 오늘 1등 진출했어서 이제 보험을 좀 들어놨어야 되는데 일단 루저 브라켓에서 시작하는 바람에 이제 목숨이 없잖아요. 그래서 최선을 다해야 될 것 같고 오늘 저그전 좀 많이 아쉬운 모습 보여주는 것 같아가지고 신기 1전에서 민수랑 할 때는 더 좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, it's a shame that I don't have any more life. You know, because being said that I should have gone to the winners bracket by beating Rainer, but I lost. So yeah, I think I don't really satisfied with my performance on the last PvZ. So I'll definitely improve myself on the next game versus Solar, and yeah, I'll do my best.
Awesome, great to hear. I guess final note, Maru said he doesn't want to play you in the tournament. He said he's not too happy about playing you right now, and you and Clems Protos, he doesn't want to match again, so he's hoping to dodge you. So I'm hoping that you can work your way through and get to play Maru.
피그님이요? 저도
네네.
성주 만나기 싫은데 높은 데서 만나면 또 재밌게 경기할 수 있을 것 같아서 만나면 재밌을 것 같습니다.
Well, to be honest, I don't want to face Maru myself as well, but you know, it's just for a show, and yeah, if anything like brings good games, then yeah, I'll definitely face Maru in the finals, this kind of stuff, like very on the very end. So yeah, it'll be a fun game if if I get to play against Maru.
Either way, the fans win. Your game's really exciting today, as always, Hero, so I can't wait to cast you in the playoffs. Thank you so much for your games, mate. GG, well played. 감사합니다. Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
Thank you. GG, well played.